back to my channel. Happy Friday. Today we are here to talk about my most recent finish for my Post-Review Friday series. If you're new to my channel, this is exactly what it sounds like. Not every Friday, but most Fridays in the year, I have a canvas to talk to you guys about that I recently finished. And I go through everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, and share it all about whatever diamond painting that I recently finished. So today we're going to be talking about my second kit for the month of July. This is Summer Nights by hannahlynn. This version is from Diamond Art Club. Unfortunately, hannahlynn and Diamond Art Club no longer work together, so you cannot get this canvas from Diamond Art Club. However, hannahlynn now has her own diamond painting company, and this image is available through her website. So I will do my best to remember to leave the link to her website, her diamond painting website, in the description box. If I forget, I know that one of you will remind me, and I will add it in there. I believe it's hannahlyndiamondpaintings.com. I have not ordered anything yet. I do have my eye on the site. She's done a couple of rounds of releases at this point, and I have my eye out for a couple of her different pieces of artwork. So hopefully at some point I'm able to pick up a kit directly from hannahlynn, but today we're going to be talking about this one, which is the Diamond Art Club version. This is one of the kits that when the announcement was made about hannahlynn and Diamond Art Club parting ways, this was one of the kits that I knew I needed to pick up. There were a couple that were still in stock that I was like, I need to get this before it sells out, and this is one of them because it's adorable. I love this one. This one is also, if I'm remembering correctly, on my 25 kits for 2025, which is always great. And it's one that I've kind of put off working on the last couple of years because I guess, well, maybe I brought it into my stash last year. I can't remember for sure, but it was definitely on my list to do last summer, and unfortunately it was the one that kind of got pushed away, and I was really happy that I was able to fit it in this summer. So again, it is called Summer Nights. It's a 55.8 centimeter by 73.7 centimeter round drill canvas. This one had 62 colors with 4 ABs, and what does Diamond Art Club call their metallic drills? I just threw the box out for this one. Oh, I can't remember. Do they call them electro diamonds? I feel like they call them electro diamonds. So it has one of the crystals, which are really cool. We'll talk about that in a second. Excuse me. But overall, let me grab my little notes here. I started this one on July 13th. I finished it on July 20th. Now, I did hope to have finished this one a little bit earlier than that, but we went away for a weekend with my nieces, and I decided not to take my diamond painting. So I was moving through this one really, really quickly. I was actually finishing one entire row a day, which is crazy because during the week, I don't have a ton of time to diamond paint. Usually I get home from work, do the house things, do the dinner, and then I'll sit down for maybe like 2 or 3 hours to diamond paint. So in that time, I was finishing an entire row. So tons of color blocking, which I definitely expected with a hannahlynn. I feel like when I'm a little bit burnt out, I always am drawn to a hannahlynn image because I know I will get that like feeling of accomplishment of actually finishing a diamond painting in somewhat quick fashion. And that definitely happened with this one. I was moving through it so quickly, tons of color blocking. There were some sections, you can see here, there's like flower bushes behind her. There's a little bit of confetti there. I actually just felt a drill when I was running my hands across it. I feel like I picked up a drill, but now I don't feel it. So there were like some little areas of confetti, but the majority of this kit was color blocking, which is my preference these days. I will say that the cover paper for this one was so bad. Now this one did have the perforated cover, I believe, but it was like the first version of the perforated cover, And did this one have the perforated cover? It did. I'm like 98% certain that it did. I'm trying to remember my progress photos over on Instagram, and I'm fairly certain that this cover was perforated, but it was the old, like really thin version, so it was so bad. Thank God Diamond Art Club upgraded to like a thicker plastic for the cover paper, because I was struggling so bad. Like there were certain areas where I would, you know, rip the section and there would just be random plastic everywhere. It was a mess. So thankfully that didn't actually affect the process of the canvas, but it's just something that I wanted to mention in case you do have this one and it has that older color. With the drills, I had a ton of colors that had square drill version in them. So this is a round canvas. So I would pour my round drills into my tray and I would shake my tray out, and there were always little square drills. Now I do obviously reuse my storage options. It might not always be cleared out perfectly, but these were multiple colors, but they were the same DMC. So for example, 317 had 317 round drills and 317 square drills. So it's not like it was a straggler square drill from a previous kit that just got mixed in. It was interesting. I don't recall seeing like that many colors that had that issue in the past. Again, it didn't affect the actual finish of the canvas. And you know, I could say, oh, it was annoying. It wasn't that annoying. It was just something that I noticed happening a lot when I was pouring drills out that I just wanted to mention. And then also with the drills, I completely ran out of 435. And I actually wanted to look at my trash drills with you for this one. Yeah, there weren't a ton. So there are a couple of this color in my trash drills, which I'll show you in a second, but I literally had the perfect amount. I ran out, but I didn't run out where I had to start pulling from my spare drills. I ran out in the sense that I had the perfect amount. So I just thought that was interesting. Again, obviously didn't affect the canvas itself or the finish itself because I wasn't having to shuffle through all of my spare drills. It was just interesting that of all the colors, this is the one that I had the perfect number of, because if you look at my drills, I had plenty left over of everything. So just interesting. I guess maybe the bag was like misweighed or something. But that was really the only drill issue that I had. Now I did of course have some trash drills. It happens, especially when you're working with a crystal. A lot of these have holes in the top of them. Get you a little more light so if you guys can see, lots of holes in the top. And then for the crystals, most of them were upside down. So this is the part that would be facing up, but you can see it's the plain silver. And then on the flat side is the actual crystal part. So I had plenty of those extra drills. It wasn't a problem, but just something to keep an eye on if you were to work on this canvas. Here is the crystal, L726, really pretty yellowy. I guess it's like a true yellow. It's not really gold. It's more of a yellow. Really pretty. And I absolutely loved how Diamond Art Club incorporated this one. So all of the little blobs that are floating around here are supposed to be fireflies or lightning bugs, depending on where you live. And they are all that yellow crystal, and I think it looks so good. So I'll go ahead and pop up a full-length image for you guys here so you can see it from a distance. And I really think that the crystal makes the fireflies just stand out so much. So they're in the little mason jar that she has, and then they're just flying all around the canvas, and I love it. I think that that was such a good rendering move by Diamond Art Club, and the quality of the crystals were fairly good. I mean, if you've ever worked with crystals or you've done like a full crystal canvas, you know that Sometimes they're upside down, not a big deal. I had plenty of those drills to finish the canvas. So really pretty. I think it turned out really, really nice. As a whole with this diamond painting, I will say it's not my favorite Hannah Lynn that I've ever completed. In my brain, I feel like I thought I was going to like it a little bit more, but I do think she's adorable. I always love the hair for Hannah Lynn canvases, or images, I should say. Her hair was great. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with the blush. I feel like it always looks just a little bit off in the diamond painting version, but still really cute. And overall, I really did enjoy working on this canvas. I think it's super cute. And something that I didn't notice until I was almost done with this kit is that there's a little frog sitting on this post here. I never noticed it, and then I was like, wait, what is that? And it is a really cute little frog who camouflages almost perfectly into the green background. Something that kind of caught my eye when I first started working on this kit and I couldn't let it go is this area, this middle area here of our girl. To me, the rendering right here is just a little weird. Now, Diamond Art Club renders off of the original artwork. So if you look at the original artwork, it is there as well. It just looks a little funny to me. I don't know why. I kind of wish that I had just left the black portion out. Obviously, it's supposed to be like a fold or like a natural crease in the jeans, but I don't know. I kind of wish I had left the black out and just replaced it with some blue so it blended a little bit. I feel like my eyes just automatically goes there, and I don't know why. I don't like it. But if I look past that, I think that she is so adorable. I love her red bandanas around her neck and in her pigtails. And this just really gives like summer. So the Summer Nights is the perfect name for this canvas, or this artwork, I should say. And I don't know, it was really, really fun to work on. I liked working with the colors. It gave me like just the summer vibes, and I'm really happy that I got to it this year. So I will show you guys my accessories. I don't know if my accessories are super matchy. I feel like I did the best I could. I'm definitely realizing that I'm lacking in a few small areas in my cover minder collection, but I think what I pulled worked out fairly well. So first up, my pen is from O'Brien Custom Turning. It is this beautiful yellowy, goldy, like, I don't know, iridescent flaky pen. I don't know who the creator of the blank is, but like I said, O'Brien Custom Turnings did turn this one, and it just, I don't know, it reminded me of the Fireflies. So I like this one, and you guys know I love yellow, so really happy to use that pen. I think it's actually the first time I've ever used that pen before. And then I went for this blue tray from, who's this from? Bella Art de Nicole, right? Is this Bella? I think this is Bella Art de Nicole. It's the older version, if I'm remembering correctly. And you know, I went for this shade of blue because I thought it matched the water and her denim. So I feel like two of the main colors I got with the pen and the tray. I was struggling a little bit with a cover minder for this one, but since she's holding a mason jar, I thought this mason jar collect memories minder was cute. You know, you're always collecting summer memories and all that stuff. And then I used the Sunshine Mimosa putty from Putty Ella Mud. This one, if you look at it, is yellow, so it matched the pen pretty well, and it smells so good. Love that one. And then I did struggle with my washi tape. Again, I just didn't have the perfect tape, but since this was like a night sky, I went for a celestial vibe. So this is like a navy blue with gold accents. And then for my containers, I used this gold washi tape. So all in all, I really did enjoy this canvas. I'm so glad that I worked on it this summer. It just gives me all the summer vibes, and it's been a bit since I've worked on a Hannah Lynn, so I was happy to be working with her artwork again. I'll go ahead and pop up another full-length image for you guys here so you can see this one again from a distance. She's adorable, and as a reminder, no longer available with Diamond Art Club, but if you check Hannah Lynn's diamond painting shop, you should be able to pick this one up. I think it might be in square drills, so just keep that in mind. I could be wrong. I shouldn't have even said. I don't know. Check the listing. I will do my best to remember to leave her website in the description box. So that is going to do it for today's Post Review Friday. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!